channel. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the post notification bell so that you can get notified when we drop new videos. The month of August, I plan on having you guys new videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, okay? Mom Life Monday, Wednesdays painting, Friday is story time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Today I am coming at you with 10 things I wish I knew about breastfeeding. I didn't know what I thought I knew. I'll say that. I asked a few groups that I'm in on Facebook some things that they wish they would have known about breastfeeding before they got to breastfeeding. And with their help, I am going to share 10 things that I wish I would have known about breastfeeding. Now, I was originally going to start with 5, but I got so much great feedback that I did 10. So this is actually going to be a 2-part video. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. 10 things I wish I would have known about breastfeeding. Number 10, this is from Caitlin and Caitlin. Breastfeeding is hard, period. This is an emotionally tumultuous time. You are worrying about if you're making enough for your baby. You're stressing out about that. You're worrying about your pumping schedule, trying to stay on with that. Wearing certain clothes so that you can nurse when you're on the go. Making bottles. Hopefully you don't spill the milk and all kinds of things. So there are so many aspects of nursing that you really don't think about when you think about breastfeeding. You say, oh, you know, we're always told breast is best, breast is best, breast is best. People don't really talk about the ramifications that come with breastfeeding. The first 2 to 3 weeks are hell, okay? For my first two to 3, maybe 4 weeks, my nipples were on fire, okay? They were on freaking fire. I used the lanolin cream to put on them. I would like leave some breast milk on it and let it dry. I was doing anything that I could do to find relief in these nipples. But they don't tell you about how your nipples will feel on fire. Basically, your nipples are going from no stimulation to being pulled on and tugged on, and your nipples, they are really trying to adjust to this new change. You know, there's moisture that comes with it, so your nipples really go through a lot, and you don't really realize that. As long as your baby is gaining weight and making enough wet diapers, they're fine. And breastfed babies can go up to 2 weeks without making a poop. So if you're a breastfed baby, you might think that they're constipated, and they're probably not. If you notice that they've gone a couple days and they haven't made a poop, then just keep a close eye on it, and I'm sure when they poop, you will know. One last thing for number 10 about breastfeeding being hard, period. Something else is mom guilt that surrounds formula. At the end of the day, a fed baby is the best thing that can ever happen. So it's so many aspects of breastfeeding that just make it overall hard, but if you can stick with it, it's really worth it. You know, at the end of the day, whatever is good for you is good for you, but if you can stick with it, it's worth it. Number 9 from Whitney. If you are pumping and you notice that you're not really producing much when you pump, that does not mean that you have a low supply or that you don't make enough milk or that your baby is not getting enough milk. Like I said again, as long as your baby is making enough wet diapers, enough poopy diapers, they are just finding they're gaining weight, that is your marker to know that your baby is thriving on your breast milk. So that just means that you make just enough for baby, just exactly what baby needs. It may feel like because you're not pumping enough that you're not producing enough, but that is so far from the truth. Number 8 from Adriana. Leaking and letdowns. Letdowns are stimulated by the hormones oxytocin and prolactin. Prolactin makes the milk. Oxytocin brings it down. It's normal to feel your let down. A lot of women say that they feel like pain in their breast or like tingling or things like that when they're experiencing their letdown. It's normal to feel a letdown, and it's also normal to not feel a letdown. I've been on this journey for 8 months now, and I have yet to feel a letdown, but I am producing enough for my baby. Things that stimulate a letdown are thinking about your baby, hearing a baby cry, looking at your baby, looking at a picture of your baby. Leaking is crazy, and they have so many different things for that. I have disposable nursing pads, washable nursing pads, and I also learned about wool nursing pads also help with your nipples in colder climates and colder regions. So those are things that can help with your leaking when you have your letdowns. Number 7, uterine contractions when you're nursing. They hurt. They have a function though. They do help bring your uterus down back to its normal size. When you nurse after having your baby up to, so many weeks or so, you can feel uterine contractions of your uterus shrinking back down to size as you nurse. And they do hurt. Uterine contractions will happen when you are nursing after you have your baby up to a couple days or a week or so. Number 6, pumping too early can cause oversupply. Oversupply isn't always a good thing. Oversupply can lead to an increased chance of clogged ducts and mastitis, and neither of those are fun to deal with. So I know many women, they are afraid of not being able to make enough for the baby, so they wish that they had an oversupply, but an oversupply is not always the best thing either, because that can become really, really uncomfortable. And the sooner you pump after having baby, the higher chance you have to become an oversupplier. Instead of pumping in those early weeks to empty your breast, pump to comfort your breast, and that will help you to relieve the pressure of the engorgement and things like that. It'll help relieve the pressure from being engorged and feeling very full. So only pump just to feel comfortable. Don't pump to empty yourself, because breasts are really never empty. So don't pump to empty, just pump to comfort, and that will help while your milk regulates, to not necessarily give you an oversupply, but to offer you comfort in the face of feeling uncomfortable. I hope that you gained something from this video. Again, I am going to make a part 2 to this video. It will be out next Monday. If you aren't subscribed, you better go ahead and subscribe. Click the post notification bell so that you can get notified when those videos drop. I will be completing my list of things that I wish I would have known about breastfeeding, because I think these are very important and things that we should talk about. So make sure you follow my Instagram. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.